Hey everyone, welcome back to ML Works. In this video, we'll be discussing about various Ollama capabilities. So some of which include streaming and thinking, and then we'll discuss about structured output. And we'll also set up a vision model such that we can work with images. Then comes our tool calling and then web search. Now, when it comes to web search, we have to ensure that we use API key provided by Ollama. So to do that, what we can do is just go to browser and type in Ollama sign in, and you will get this page where you can sign in with your mail ID. And then you can go to this option on the right hand side where you have the settings option and then keys, and you can generate your API key. Just take that API key, just paste it inside your environment in the runtime environment, and you will be able to access the web modules. Now let me move on to the readme document here again. This API key is related to web search. Now coming to the installation aspect, if you are using Linux, then you have to use this command to install Ollama in your machine, and then it will be running as a Ollama server in the backend on port 11434. So to check that, you can go back again to browser and type in localhost 11434, and you will see that Ollama is running. Now once you verified that, you can go ahead to the terminal and type in Ollama list to check whether any model is present or not. If it is not present, then you can go ahead and type in Ollama pull followed by model name like Llama 3.2. Okay, Llama 3.2. Then it will get downloaded into your host machine and you can make use of it in your application. Now when it comes to pip installation, there is like when you're integrating your Ollama with other application, you want to make use of the API provided by Ollama. So for that scenario, you can install Ollama with the help of pip. So once that is done, we can move on to our Ollama capabilities implementation. So let me go back here now, Ollama capabilities. And so this is the notebook where we first load .env, because since we have copied our API key and we have stored it under .env file here, we just load that API key into our runtime environment with the help of load.env. So this will import your API key, which is the Ollama API key, into your runtime environment, and once that is done, then you have to import Ollama. So let me run this cell now. Now let us start with our capabilities discussion. So first let us talk about streaming. So streaming allows you to render the text as it is produced by the model. So when you type in something to an LLM model, it generates the text in chunk by chunk manner. So what we can do is we can directly take the chunk and show it as an output instead of waiting for the whole output to get generated. So it is by default enabled in REST API, but it is disabled by default in the SDKs. Now when it comes to the implementation, first we import chat module. Under chat module, first we load the model, which is Llama 3.2, followed by message, which contains our query, what is 17 into 23. Then we set the stream as true. And once that is done, we'll be generating a stream of response coming from the specific model. So what we do is we iterate through the chunks and we start printing it. But if you notice here, we have something called as thinking. So some models are not capable of providing you the thinking capability. So what we do is we directly just show the output message. If there is thinking capability is present or supported by that specific model, then we can access those parameters like thinking and start showing that as well. So first let us run this one. Since Llama 3.2 doesn't have the thinking capability or module present, we'll be directly presenting the response. So let me run this here. Now this is the solution, which is 391 for the 17 into 23. Now when it comes to thinking capability, first let us import again the chat module, and here we set the model as DeepSeek R1, and then we send the same message and set the stream as true. And then here we look at thinking parameter. If it is present, then we go inside and start accumulating the thinking process and start printing it here. So let me run this. So let's wait for the response. So it starts thinking for the specific query. First, I need to multiply 17 by 23. To make the calculation easier, I'll break down 23 into 20 and 3. Next, I'll multiply 17 by each part separately. So first it will multiply 17 with 20, 17 with 3, and it will get 340 and 51. Then it will add those two products together to get the final response. So when it is generating the solution, it will show exactly what it has done and how it reached the final answer. So this is with respect to thinking capability. Now comes structured output, which is nothing but you enforce a JSON schema on the model response. Consider here you have this specific schema, which is for pet. You want to have name, animal, age, color and favorite toy. And you have this another schema which is inheriting the properties of this one, and it is also taking list of pet. So it has to generate list of pets based on the type of query that you send. Okay, so in the chat module we load Qwen3 4 billion parameter model, and then we send the message that I have two cats named Luna and Loki of age 2 and 3. Now the LLM will understand this specific input, and then it will try to map this specific input to this schema, where it will take the name has Luna and the animal has cat and the age has 2 and color I'm not sure. Based on the type of model you are using, either it will say unknown or it may generate on its own. So let us see how it runs now. Since in the chat module we have given the format as petlist.model.json schema, which is a list of pet class. Here you will see that list, and this is the schema for the specific pet class. Okay, which is Luna, which is this name, animal is cat, age is 2 and color is silver. So since we didn't provide any color here as part of our content, it has automatically generated this specific aspect. And then comes the favorite toy, it is given blue feather wand, and then similarly for Loki it has given some color and favorite toy. So it understood the specific input query and it tried to match it with this specific model schema which we have given here as part of the pet class. Now this is how you generate the structured response, by using this format as petlist.model.json schema. Now coming to vision, so there are various models that Ollama supports for vision, and here we'll be making use of Gemma 3, and vision model accept images alongside text, so model can describe, classify or answer questions about what it sees. So what we do here is, first let me show the image here, which is this one, where we have highway, we have trucks, and then we have cars, and I'm not sure, this is a mountain I guess. Okay, so we'll send this image to the model and it has to understand what it is present inside that image. So here again we take the chat module and we pass in the Gemma 3 model and we send the message that this is the image that we want to understand, and the content that we send is what is in this image, and be concise when you are trying to explain. Let us run this specific cell. So a white semi truck is on the highway with several cars in the lanes around it. Okay, this is one response. If I do it again, it will give another response probably. So a white truck and several cars on a highway. So whatever based on its understanding, it is generating some response, which is almost correct. Now let us look into parallel tool calling. So it supports tool calling. Ollama supports tool calling, which is also known as function calling, which allows the model to invoke tools and incorporate their results into their replies. So here first we create a function called getTemperature, where we hard code some cities and their corresponding temperature, and then we create another function called getCondition, and here also we hard code some conditions for some cities. Now when we use chat module, here we send in Qwen 3.5 2 billion parameter model, and we take the message which is this one, what are the current weather condition and the temperature in New York and London, which is the hard-coded value in the these functions. And then we take the tools which we created as functions, get temperature and get condition, and we also set think as true. Now it will think based on this specific message, and also these two functions that we have created, it will take that also, it will understand which function needs to be called for which task. Now since we are asking for New York and London, we don't want to get the temperature or condition for Tokyo. So it has to understand that part. So once we get the response, what we do is we just iterate through all the tool calling that has been done in the backend. We just print them and see what exactly happened. Okay, so let me run this. So here are the current weather conditions and temperature in New York and London. So for New York it is 22 degrees and conditions partly cloudy. So let us see, New York is 22 degrees and for condition it is partly cloudy, and for London it is rainy. Yep, so it is working fine. Now coming to the web search capability, Ollama provides web search API which can be used to augment the model with latest information such that we can reduce the hallucination and improve the accuracy of the response coming from the LLM. Now there are multiple APIs where you have web search API where you can give a query and get multiple results, relevant results, and then you have web fetch API which will be fetching the web page content based on a single web page that you send based on the URL. Now when it comes to the implementation, we import chat module followed by web fetch and web search tools. So we pull in our API key and then we create a JSON for web search and web fetch tool, and then we send our message, which is what is Ollama's new engine. Now this is the query where you have to understand that what is the latest update with respect to Ollama. So that's why it has to do the web search. So in the while loop, we start with response where we get the model Win3 4 billion parameter model, and then followed by the message, the two tools that we have talked about. Then comes our think parameter which is set as true. First we look at the thinking aspect of the LLM, then we take out the content, and then we look into the tool calling that has went behind that specific query. Now under tool calling, what we do is we look into all the various tools that were called by iterating through the tool calls, and we look at the function name exactly. If there is a function name, then we take what was the corresponding argument and what was the result here once that function call has happened, and then we print that messages as part of this specific append command where you just append your result to this messages. So let me run this now. So it starts by thinking, okay, the user is asking about Ollama's new engine. Let me think. Ollama is a platform for running large language models locally. And I remember they have been updating their models recently. The latest version might have new engine. So let me just make this here, run this. So here we first think, and then we have these tool calls that have been made. So here we perform web search. The query was Ollama new engine. The maximum result that we want is 3. The result is web search result issue Ollama, okay, get up running with Kim 2.5, K 2.5, okay, all these are the different models, I guess. Then let me go back the side. Again thinking, okay, let me try to figure out what's the user is asking about. They want to know about Ollama's new engine is. First, I remember that Ollama is a platform for running, okay, LLM. Again, it is going back to the first point. Now let me look at here the solution. The blog post says Ollama's new engine supports multimodal models. So the answer is that new engine is designed for multimodal process. So this is where our relevant answer comes into picture. And what is the key details? Okay, how it is supporting, what are the models that are supporting multimodal capability, and then why it matters. Is also giving you exact URL where it is present. Okay, it has done, basically it has done web search for that specific query. That's it. and it has tried to generate a summarization of the content it has taken up from that web search. So now we have went through all the different capabilities, which is streaming and thinking, which is pretty simple, where you have to set the parameter stream as true, and thinking you have to, based on the type of model you have, you will have thinking parameter available to you. Then comes structured output, which is basically you give exactly the format that you want to get the results in, which is based on the schema, we are getting the results here. And then for vision model, it is pretty simple. You just have to give the path of the image and can understand that query, and based on that query, it will try to generate the response for that image. Now coming to parallel tool calling, so based on the type of query you have, you can just directly make multiple calls in simultaneously, since it is not dependent on one another, the results from one tool to other. So we can parallelly run these two tool calls. And finally, for web search, we have, based on the search, based on the query, we have went to the web search API and got the response, and that response was summarized with the help of the model, which is Qwen3 4 billion parameter model. Now with this, I'll be concluding this video. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in next.